In this video, I'm going to quickly break down the differences between the magnetic mask and the brand new auto masks that were just introduced into Final Cut Pro 12.3. To showcase these differences, I've gone ahead and added a horrible red filter over the top of this video. To add an auto mask or a magnetic mask, in basically all locations throughout Final Cut Pro, you'll find them pretty close to each other. So up here in the top right, we can click on this person and select either Add Auto Mask or Magnetic Mask. And then this is where the key differences are. Selecting Add Auto Mask is going to give you a list of predefined presets that Final Cut Pro has identified within the video. With Auto Mask, you can only ever select from this predefined list. There's nothing additional you can add to the list. So for example, if I'm mousing over, I can only ever select the clothing, the hair, the skin, or we can use this list to select people. But if there was a bird in the shot flying through, I wouldn't be able to select that bird. Now, a huge benefit with Auto Mask is that when you apply it, it applies it instantly. Now, my entire clip has Auto Mask applied to it on the person that it found. However, this also comes at the cost of performance. So while it is really fast to apply it, it definitely can make your computer a lot more sluggish, especially when you start adding in a lot of auto masks. Now, really quick, before we move on to the magnetic mask, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. Help me reach 100,000 subscribers. Thanks. So now let's take a look at the magnetic mask. To do so, we'll come back up to the person, we'll go to magnetic mask, and here's what's cool with magnetic mask, because we can get extremely specific with exactly what we want to mask. Previously, if I were to mouse over her hat, it would select both her hat and her dress because it is selecting clothing, and there would be no way for me to deselect the dress. Both would be selected in tandem. With the magnetic mask, I can specifically select just her hat, and then I can push Option to deselect anything else in the scene it thinks might be a part of that hat. So now I know for a fact that just this hat is being selected, and then unlike Auto Mask, this is not instant throughout the scene. So we need to analyze it, and in some ways you might need to add additional keyframes to the mask to get a better mask. So we'll come up here to the top left and press Analyze, and now that has analyzed just the hat. Now, because we have analyzed this mask, it's essentially baked it in, and I found that performance is a lot faster when working with the magnetic masks. Auto masks are absolutely incredible when they work within the predefined options that Final Cut Pro gives you. But magnetic masks are your best friend when you have a very specific part of your scene you need to mask in a certain way. One last super helpful tip with auto masks: if you're ever curious what is it really good at selecting, you'll see that there's this type menu here, and if we pop that open, this list is not generated from what Final Cut Pro saw in the scene. This is just the list of everything that auto masks have been trained on. So you got stuff like people, skin, hair, facial hair, so on and so forth, which you can select at any time. This list is incredibly helpful if you're just curious what auto mask is good at. If this video was helpful to you in any way, consider pressing the like button and consider subscribing. We are at 94,000 subscribers right now. We are only 6,000 away from 100,000 subscribers. So if 6,000 of you could hit that subscribe button, that would mean a ton to me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I cannot wait to see you in the next one.